Hi guys, how are you? This is Joyce. Welcome back to our GH live stream. So today we're going to share with you for this solid color kit. The item number called G649. So for this solid color kit, the first dry and dipping powder, including 6 pieces, the mysterious, the dark colors, and the 4 pieces, the dip glue, the dip system, the number 1 base, the number 2 activator, and the number 3, the top, and the number 4, the brush saver. So here's the colors, including 6 pieces, the mysterious colors, the fluorescent dark colors. So today our nail technician selects this color, the number score, the 82, the sky blue colors. So, and here's today's design. It's the stunning ombre and marble nails designs. It's suitable for the prom or the party, so it's perfect. Let's go. And for this kit, and actually today we are going to make the ombre and marble nails. It's super easy to make, and actually we're going to make the designs with another colors. The number called Moonlight Blue 179. From the G6407, the blue glitter, medium size. So let's go. We already done our preparation first. And here's the color. Here's the blue color called 82. This color is kind of like the blue. And here is the number 86. It's the purple. And another one is the 179. It's from our G6407. The number score 179. The medium size color, medium size glitter colors. So first we need to do all preparation and already done. And here we put the dip tray. For this dip trays, you can find it. We have the GHdip on the top. That you can find it from our dip powder accessories kit. And it's super easy for you to make the marble design. So we need to take the dip tray. And here is the bumper pad. So we must use the bumper pads to dry your natural nails. To dry the nail beds, then the powder will be more stick with your nails. And actually for our model, today's wear the fake nails. But if you are doing your own natural nails, you must be using the balm or the primer to dry the nail bed. And your powders will be more stick with your nails and more long lasting. And naturally, we must be to remove the shine or oil by the buffer at first if you're doing on your natural nails. We already done, and today we are going to do the tutorial of the stunning ombre and marble design. So first, we need to take the dip tray and using the nail tips, we need to scoop some powders inside the tray. And the suitable volume you want, we're going to use to screw the powders on the dip trays because later we're going to make the marble design. We select 2 colors. The first one is the number 82 and another color is called number 86, the blue and purple colors. Just screw the powder and put it on the dip tray and then to mix them randomly. Just mix a little bit and shake it for the flat surface. Because later our nails will be to stick with this powder to make the marble. So first, you could use any nail tips or any things to help you to mix it. First, we need to do this finger. So if you are not so familiar how to make the marble, just follow us. First, we need to take the number 1 base. And today we are using this color, the number 82 as the base color. We need to apply the base to your entire nail and brush evenly for every time. And then to put your finger 45-degree angle and dip into the color powder. We are using this number 82, the blue color, as the base. Just one layer and brush off any excess powder. And then we need to apply another layer of the base. So every time just to apply the base to your entire nail, do not let the base to get on your critical skin. And brush evenly for every time, from the middle left to the right. And this layer we are going to do the marble. And just put your finger upside down and tap on the nail, tap on the powder. And we're gonna to do it and just tap off and turn around. So the marble already done. So it's just so simple if you are using the dip tray to help you. And now we're going to pick up some decors. And today we're going to use the gold foils and sequins. So we need to prepare the gold foils and then later to apply it on the nails. So we must be to, before the gold foil, we must be to apply the base to your entire nail again. Because to let the gold foil stick with your nails. And the gold foil is so fine and lightweight, so you must be using a tweezer to help to press it and let it put on your nails randomly. And just using a tweezer to pick randomly on the nails to do the decoration. And for this kind of the gold foil, because it's so fine, so we must be using another things to help to press it. And you do not need to worry whether the gold foil will be too heavy on the nails, because it's so lightweight that it won't feel so heavy on the nails. So just put the gold foil randomly on the nails to do the decoration, and after this, we must be to using the clear powder. So as you can see under the camera, we want you to see more clear how it looks with the marble designs. We must be to apply another layer of the base and then dip into the clear powder to protect your design. And for our clear powder is same fast drying dipping powder, so it could be dried within 30 seconds by itself. Just leave it. We're going to make another nails. So now we need to prepare the number 1 base. And actually for the marble designs, you could select any colors you want, because for this kit, the G649, we have 6 fast drying powders colors. So first we must be to brush the base to your entire nail and brush evenly. And to select this color, the blue colors, as the base color, to dip into the color powder for 1 layer, and going to tap off and brush off any excess. And then we need to apply the base again. So every time you need to pick the suitable volume of the base, do not to brush too much. And you need to control where the base is, because the powder will be stick with it. So just put your finger upside down and going to tap on the nail, on the powders. So if you're doing the marble design by the powder, if you're using the tray, it's so easy to make and looks natural. And brush off any excess powder by the brush. For this brush, you can find it from our dip powder accessories kit too. So for the dip tray, it's same from our dip powder accessories kit. So after the marble, we must be to apply the base again, very thin layer, and to pick the gold foil and to do the decoration on the nails. And because for this kind of the gold foil, it's just like the paper and so lightweight and fine. So you must be use the tweezer to help to press it and just to put it separately and randomly on your nail plate. As you can see under the camera, you can see we must be use the tweezer to separate the gold foil first and put it on the nails randomly. And then after the gold foil, we must be prepare the clear powder. And we must be, before the clear powder, we must be to brush the base to your entire nail again. And dip into the clear powder. Let the clown to make another fingers. If you mix last part, we are going to make these designs again. Just follow with us. So, as I mentioned, first you need to prepare the dip tray and to put two colors in. And first, we must be to brush the base to your entire nail and brush evenly. Do not let the base get on your critical skin. Just using your fingers to wipe it off or any paper towel and dip into the color powder. So for this color powder, actually you could select any colors. You could use the white as the basic color or the black as the basic color. So today we select this number 82 from our G649, the blue colors as the base. And later, the second step, we're going to apply the base to your entire nail again. And make sure brush evenly for every time. And just put your finger, tap on the powder. For the powder, we already mixed by two colors. And the purple colors is called number 86. It's sent from our this G649. So if you're using the powder to make the marble design, actually it's more easier. And you just need to mix two colors and to randomly to dip into the powders. That's so easy to make. It's just like the ink in nail art. So we're going to apply the base because we must be use the base and let the gold foil to stick with your nail plate. We must be using a tweezer to help to separate and to put it on the nails. Because this kind of the gold foil is so lightweight, we must be to using the things to help to press it, or it will be fly everywhere. If you find this is a trouble that you could prepare first, you need to separate the gold foil. You must be separate the gold foil first and then to put it on directly. So if you have more experience to make any kind of the design, just share with us on the Facebook group. So after that, we need to prepare the clear powder. But first, we must be to brush one layer of the base and let the clear powder to stick with your nails. And going to tap off and brush off any excess. So did you learn it? It's so super easy to make. So we repeat these fingers again for this kind of the handling. First, we must be to brush the base to your entire nail for every time, but brush evenly for every time. And dip into the color powder. Tap off, brush off any excess. and to pick out the dip tray. And for this dip tray, already mixed 2 colors. For this 2 color, the number is, the blue one is core number 82. And the purple one is core number 86, exposed from our G649. So after tap on the dip tray and turn around, you can see the marble design is super easy to make already. So it's super easy for the now beginner to make this kind of the marble design. Actually, you could try more, chose more colors to get a try to make this kind of the marble. So first, we're already done, but we must be to brush another layer of the base, because later we are going to select the gold foil and let it stick with the nails. And to put the gold foil slightly separately by the tweezer. And put it on the nails. Just put it randomly. Pick some gold foil. As you can see, the gold foil will be very easy to stick with your nails. So just take care when you're doing it, because it's so fine of the gold foil. And then to put it randomly on the nail plate. After the designs, we must be brush another layer of the base again. And to let your finger dip into the clear powder to protect your design. And take out, going to tap off. And brush off any excess. So, do you know how to make the ombre nails well? If you do not, just contact with us and get more information. For this finger, we must be to make another designs for the ombre. So actually, for the ombre, I think most of our clients already know how to make it. First, it's same, must be to brush the base to your entire nail. And pick the brush. And let the brush to pick the powders and just tapping on the nails. Because this is the super easy way to make the ombre. That's why every time we select this way to make it. We select 2 colors. The blue one is called number 82. And the purple one is called number 86 from our G649. These 6 pieces, mysterious, solid colors. So, after one layer, we must be to brush another layer of the base again. And we must be to pick the powder to tapping on the nails again. To make the nails look more solid. Because for our models, they wear the fake nails, so that's why you see it's kind of the transparent on the nails. And for the brush, we must be use another size of the brush. If you're doing on your own natural nails. And after 2 times of the ombre colors, we're going to select the sequins you like. So you must be to buy some sequins to help to do the decoration. And today, we select this kind of the round, just like the ring, golden ring, the sequins to put it on. But we must be to prepare the number 3, the top. The reason why we select the top, because for our top, the viscosity is larger than the base. And for our top, will be like the base, will be like your sequins more stick with your nails. So we are not ending the designs. And now we're using the tweezers to pick some dip glue, because for our top, it will be more stick with your nails, like the designs. So we picked the wrong shades of the sequins and to put this randomly on the nails. Just like the golden, just like the round rings to put on the nails randomly. It looks fabulous for this kind of the designs and lovely. So actually for this kind of the designs, it's very perfect for the prom and the party. So if you have this kind of the attitude that you could have this kind of the designs to go out. First to make the ombre first and then to put the sequins. And now we must be use the base and to let the powder, clear powder to protect your design. And brush evenly for every time. Put your finger 45-degree angle and dip into the clear powder. Take out, going to tap off. Brush off any excess. For this clear powder, you can find it from our dip powder sex kit. It's 2 ounce, so it's big size. So if you are mixed last part, we are going to do this finger again for the ombre nails. First, we must be to use the base and brush the base to your entire nail. From the middle, left to the right, you must be to brush evenly to your entire nail, but do not let the base get on your cuticle skin. And prepare the brush to pick the color, the powder colors you like, and going to tapping on the nails. Just tap, tap, tap on the nails to select 2 colors. The top one, the blue color, is called number 82. The bottom one, the purple one, is called number 86. And for both 2 colors, it's from our G649. So we must be to brush another layer of the base to your entire nail and brush evenly. We are going to make the ombre 2 coats because later we are going to do the decorations on the nails. It's the same way to pick the colors you like and go into tapping and sprinkle on the nail plate. And for the powder, it's super easy to make the ombre nails. And select another color, the purple colors. Because the blue and the purple always the matching color. So after 2 coats of the ombre, we must be brush off any excess. And now we need to use the top. So here I need to remind you again for guys, we are not ending the designs. We just use the top to let the sequins more stick with your nails, because for our top, the viscosity will much more than the base. That's why we select the top to let the sequins to stick with. And another tips that you could use in a twixter to pick some top and later to pick some sequins. We just need to put the sequins randomly on the nails. If you follow our tutorial, the live stream, you can find last time we using the painting gel to make the dots. But today we select the sequins to make the dots. So actually it's super easy to make the dots, nail art, easily. And as you can see, we made this kind of the designs more outstanding and more colorful looks by using the sequins. And this kind of the design looks young and perfect for the prom or the party. So after the sequins, we must be to brush the base again. Brush the base from the middle left to the right and brush evenly and slightly because you do not want the sequins to come off easily. And dip into the clear powder. For the clear powder, it's very the usage. You could use it as the base and you could use it as the cover. So after the fingers, we select these colors. For the top fingers, we always do the solid colors. We are going to show you this number 86, the purple colors, and let you know how gorgeous of this color. And because it's the dark colors, it's kind of the lovely colors, stunning purple. Oh my god, as you can see, the color looks gorgeous. We must be to do the color powder for 2 coats. We select 2 coats is enough when you're doing the color powders on your nail if you're making the solid basic nail looks. And brush evenly from the middle left to the right. If your nails are short, we do not suggest to use the clear powder as the base. You could dip 2 to 3 coats of the color powder. After the colors, you must brush off any excess. As you can see, for 2 coats, it's already full on your nails. We use the base to apply the base to your entire nail, from the middle, left, to the right. And brush evenly for every time. And wipe off the excess base which from your cuticle, because where the base is, and then your powder will be stick with. So I think the accident happened with some sequins on it. We just remove it. We need to do the nails for 2 coats. First, we must brush evenly for every layer. So do not worry if you found the first layer the color is not so strong, but we need to do it 2 coats. After 2 coats, the color will get in strong and looks more solid. Put your finger 45 degrees and dip into the color powder. You could do 2 to 3 coats as you like for the thickness of the nails. But normally we suggest 2 coats of the color is enough. And brush off any excess powder for every time. And for this finger, we are using the glitter colors. And this color is called number 179. And for this color it's kind of the blue medium size of the glitter. It's from our G6407. So we must to brush the base to your entire nail again. And brush evenly. We need to do 2 times of the glitter colors. And put your finger 45 degree angle and dip into the glitter color powder and take out. Why we select this color? Because we want the designs looks more outstanding by this medium size, the moonlight blue. This color called moonlight blue, the 179 from our G6407. For the glitter color powders, we suggest to do 2 coats of the powder and going to tap off after the dipping on the powders and brush off any excess. So no matter what size of the glitter, we always suggest you to cover with 1 layer of the clear powder to protect. Because for our fast drying dipping powder, you do not need to apply any activator before you do the filing and buffing. So that's why we suggest you must to cover with 1 layer of the clear powder. And for this time, we're using the nail tips to help to skew the powder and sprinkle on the nails, and let the clear powder just very thin layer on your nails to protect your design. Okay, turn to another fingers. We must be use the base for every time and brush the base through entire nail brush evenly. For this color is called 179. From our G6407, we let the design looks more outstanding. And to put dip into the color powder, we need to do it 2 coats of the glitter color powders. When you brush the base, as you can see, the flow of the base is so gorgeous. It's super easy for you to handle. It's actually for the now beginners who are not so familiar how to make the dip powders well. And for our powder kits, it's super easy to make, to use, and so fast. So after 2 times of the glitter, we need to take out the clear powder. But before the clear powder, we must be to brush 1 layer of the base. Don't forget to brush the base and to let the clear powder to protect your design. Using the nail tips to skewer the clear powder and sprinkle on the nails. Very thin layer. And for our powders is the fast drying dipping powder. So you do not need to apply any activator before you do the filing and buffing. So after all nail art, you must be to keep the cap tightly closed. And now we're going to clean the table first. And after, for our powders, because it's a fast drying dipping powder system, for our powders it could be dried within 30 seconds by itself. So every time you do not need to apply any activator before you're doing the filing and buffing. You just need to wait after 30 seconds, then do the filing. And normally for our live stream, we're using the nail machine to do the filings for the powder nails. If you do not have the nail machine, you could use the nail file. First, we must be to use the nail machine, to file off any place you think bumpy or uneven. For this kind of designs, we already used the clear powder to protect the design, so you do not need to worry whether the powder will be easily come off. From the nail plate, you need to using the machine because you could adjust the speed of the machine, so you do not need to worry whether it's easily to hurt your cuticle skin. And for this color, this purple color is called number 86. It's the purple one. And from our this G649. So every time, no matter you are using the nail file or the nail machine, we must be use your fingers to help to protect your cuticle skin. Just hold the cuticle skin by your 2 fingers. And today we are using the 2 colors, the number 82 and the number 86, to make the ombre and marble design. So did you learn how to make it? If you want to get more information, there are some ways that you can find for us. You could contact our after sales serve team, or you could to contact with us by the Facebook group, because we could have some nail tips to help you to make the powder nails more perfect. And because for our powders, it's the fast drying dipping powder, so we have some small tips to tell you how to make it well. Because for our formula, it's the unique and the newest formula on the market. And for our fast drying dipping powder, you do not need to apply any activator before you do the filing and the shaping or the buffing. So now we are going to do the shaping by this nail file. For this nail file, you can find it from our dip powder accessories kit too. As I mentioned, if you do not have one nail machine, you could use this kind of the nail file to file off any place that you think bumpy or uneven. And today our model is wearing the coffin shape. It's kind of the most popular shape and is suitable for so many designs. And today's our design is the stunning blue and purple colors. It's perfect for the prom or the party. And just to shape it by the nail file. If you find the place still bumpy or uneven, you could use this file to file off. And going to shape the nails. And for this kind of the coffin shape, when you to shape on the nail edge, that's you just put your nail file vertically to make it. So the reason why we always to do the filing, buffing, and shaping, because we want to make the nails look more fabulous. So here's the necessary part, the necessary steps for you to make this kind of the nail steps. So when you're doing the dip powder nails, you must be to follow the steps one by one, our tutorial. If you got some more nail experience or some suggestions for us, you could join into our Facebook group that we could follow with you and communicate with you for more better ways to make the dip powder. So for this kind of the designs, it's suitable for the home user and also for the nail salons. So if you have more interest, let's contact with us. So we take out the buffer. For this buffer, you can find this from our dip powder accessories kit too. For this kind of the buffer, first we need to remove the shine or any oil from your natural nails. You could use it when you do the preparation part. You could use this kind of the nail buffer to remove the shine or any oil from your natural nails. If you have interest, that you could find our previous video to get more information how to use this nail buffer. And during the nail art process, you can use this nail buffer to grinding the nail surface more smooth, but to let the surface more rough. We must be do the buffing of the nail surface. That's later, after using the top, then looks more pretty and glossy. And actually, your powders will be more stick with your nails if you follow this step by step. When you're doing the buffings, you do not to over buffing, and you just to control your speed and going to slightly and slowly if you are not so familiar how to doing the buffing by the nail buffer. For this buffer, you can find it from our dip powder accessories kit and it's suitable for any kind of the nail shapes and it's super easy to make. So here we go. For this powders, today's designs will select two colors, the number 82 and the number 86. One sky blue and one purple is from our G649. And another fingers we using the 179 from our G6407. The color name called Moonlight Blue. For their colors is to make their designs more outstanding. It's kind of the medium size of the glitter. And actually for our powders kit, we will have some new colors for you to show you. We already have the glow in the dark. If you have any interest that you can follow with our Facebook group, we are going to launch some new products first and to do the notes on that glue first. So every time you're doing the buffing, you can do it on their own nails, but using two fingers to help to protect your cuticle skin to avoid it scratch by the nail buffer. So for this process, although it's so long, but it's kind of the necessary step. So every time we must be use the nail buffer to buff off any place that you think not even. And we must be grinding the nail surface more smooth. That's later when you apply the top. It will be looks more glossy and pretty. And this finger, so right now this finger is the number 179, the medium size of the blue glitters from our G6407. So just don't miss this part. Later we're going to show how gorgeous of this kind of the design. And this finger, we first to use 2 times of the ombre by 2 colors, and to use the top. The reason why we use the top to put some sequins on the nails because the top, the viscosity is larger than the top, but than the base, and because it will be let the sequins more stick with the nails. The reason why we using the top to put some sequins on the nails. Why the top, not the base? So if you are watching our live stream from the first to now, as you can see, we do so many preparation and do so many nail tips for you because we want you to let the nails more long lasting on your own natural nails. So it's super easy to make, but for every step we must be followed, and so we won't have any problems of the powder easily come off. So we must be to buffing off, to grinding the nail surface more smooth, and just to fix the critical part. After the filing, shaping, and the buffing, we are using the brush to brush off any excess dust particles from the nail plate. Actually, if you are doing the nails at home, you can wash in your hand. But now, because we are live stream, so we just brush off any excess by the brush. For the nail plate, we still need to using the lengthy wipe or any paper towel to help you to wipe off any excess dust particles. Because this way, later your top, after you apply the top, your nails looks more smooth and more pretty and more glossy. And for our fast drying dipping powder, it could be long lasting for 2 to 3 weeks. So you do not need to worry whether it will be easy to come off. So after all this, we are going to use the activator. For the activator, the number 2 activator, we just need to use it only one time after the designs, after the filing, after the shaping. So only one time during the whole nail art process. As you can see, for this color, it looks gorgeous and made sure designs looks more fabulous. After one times the activator, we need to prepare the number 3, the top. For the top, we must be to brush 2 times on your nails. First, we need to brush evenly, but not too much. Very thin layer on. From the middle left to the right, and brush evenly for every time. So if you are watching this, you could find that how gorgeous of this kind of the designs, because we using a clear powder to protect it, and we do all the filing and buffing, so the nails looks gorgeous and glossy on the nail surface. So after 3 or 2 seconds, we are going to apply the second layer on. When you see they half dry but still sticky, do not let the first layer completely dry. Must be half dry but still sticky. We must be apply another layer on. For this finger, we're going to show you. For the first, we must be apply very thin layer on for the top. From the middle left to the right. And brush evenly. And when you see the surface a little bit matte, we're going to apply another layer on. And this time, we must apply much more than the first layer of the top. Don't forget the nail edge. From the middle left to the right. So for the 2 coats of the top coat, you just need to wait around 1 minute, and our top will be more faster than others. For this hand, we are going to use the activator. So during the whole nail art process, we just need to use only one time for the activator before your top, because we must be made the top to get dry and more shiny. Apply the activator from the middle left to the right. Very thin layer. And for the next step, we're using the number 3, the top. For the top, we must be to use 2 times. So no matter for the base or the activator or the top, we must be, after using, we must be to keep the cap tightly closed. For the base and the top, we must be to clean the mouth of the bottle first, to avoid it sticking together and then cannot be open. So here's the necessary part. We must be to clean the mouth of the bottle first, and then to keep the cap tightly closed. So when you see it half dry but still sticky, we must be to apply another layer on for the top. Do not let the top to get on your cuticle skin too, because it's kind of the sticky dip glue. So we must be to apply another layer on immediately, half dry but still sticky, and let your nails looks more pretty. So return to this finger. We must be to apply the top from middle left to the right. Every time we must be to brush the top evenly on the nails, no matter which layer. And when it's half dry but still sticky, we're going to apply another layer on. So here's the point. When you're using our dip glue, you're so easy to control it, where it goes. So it must be to brush evenly for every layer. Brush evenly, don't forget the nail edge. So you just need to wait around 1 minute to let this kind of the design to get dry, to let the top coat get dry. So here's today's stunning ombre and marble nails with the sequins and the gold foils. Did you learn how to make it well? So for this kit, it's core number G649, and the color is number 82 and number 86. And another one is 179 from our G6407. So here's today's live stream. Thanks for watching. Bye.